Hi business students, welcome to week 16 of the course. We're a week away from finals week, but pretty much everything in the course is going to be due this week on Friday before midnight. So let me go over sort of some of the things. Last week you turned in your research and recommendation report draft for my review. So everybody that turned theirs in, I gave you feedback. Let me know if you have any questions about my feedback. Everyone did really, really well. There's a few things. One is that make sure in your report you have some visuals, either graphs or charts or just some kind of visual representation of what you're talking about, just to give the viewer and the reader something to visualize, right? It's always good to do that. And if you looked at my examples for the research and recommendation report, so let me show you one. Let's go back. I did show you that they did provide some images like this, that. I mean, little things like that really do make a big difference when someone is, looking at your report. It just gives them something visual to look at, and it also looks more professional. So if you can, try to at least have one kind of image in your report. The other thing is just making sure that you have at least 5 sources, and they need to be cited in the Works Cited page, and they need to be cited within your report itself. So just a reference, if you go back up here, I have some kind of visual representations of what I'm looking for. So within the text, right, you can actually cite and use quotes if you want. You don't have to do this if you want to just paraphrase or partial paraphrase. Just make sure, like at the bottom of the section, paragraph, sentence, whatever it is that you're borrowing from a source, you have the author's name or the company or organization's name where you got the source, and then the year it was published or the year of the website. Okay, and this is within the body of your paragraphs. The other thing is your Works Cited page. So make sure that you kind of follow APA format, which is what we're doing in this class. And it's really like last name, first name, or the company/organization, the date it was published or the date that's on the website, the title of the web page or the source or whatever it is, the publication of the website where you got it from, and then the full URL. And then you want to put the sources in alphabetical order determined by that first letter here. So like, D would go after A or B, right? So just make sure you do that. Once you look at my comments and are editing it, you're going to turn it in. This is your polished version of your research and recommendation report. Everybody is required to turn in their finished draft into this module here, okay? And that's due Friday before midnight. You also want to turn in your report deck, so your slides. And as I think I went over this last week, but basically just think of it as an overview of your report. So kind of like what you did with your business proposal with your group, you're just creating slides to, again, like as if you were going to present to a board or a CEO or the company or whatever, right? And I gave you an example of what I'm kind of looking for. Let's pull this up. So as you can see, let me go back up. This is pretty to the point, right? There's not a whole lot of writing. It's very like kind of helps there's like visual cues, basically the highlights of the report. So you want to go into, what the problems are, the company, identify the company, what are the problems, show that you know what those are, like based on facts, and then, show your recommendations and, why, give them evidence, show them numbers, show them graphs, show them visuals. Okay, so just an overview really of your report. Okay, cool. So that is also due Friday before midnight. And then your Flipgrid. Your Flipgrid is about 5 minutes max. You can be less than 5 minutes. I wouldn't be less than 2. So I would keep it around 5. And you're going to be presenting your slides and your report on the Flipgrid like you've been doing in this class all along. If you have any issues with Flipgrid, please let me know immediately. We can figure it out. Next week, for finals week, you're going to be turning in your optional memo for the A grade, if that's what you're going for. And for that, you're just going to basically be writing like a page double-spaced, summarizing all the work you did this semester, like why you deserve the A, all the extra things you've been doing, whether it was going to a tutoring session or going to a professional development workshop, working on your resume, whatever it might be, any of the extra things. If you've been actively looking for jobs, whatever it is, you're going to be detailing it in that memo to me. You're also going to submit your LinkedIn. This is required, as is the memo if you want the A grade. And then there's course feedback link, and that stuff is all due Friday before midnight of finals week. Okay, so that's basically it. If any of you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. And I had a great semester, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. All right, guys.